Good morning, dear students. So once again, I welcome you all on today's online session of our class 9 information technology subject. The topics that we are going to discuss today is just the left out topics yesterday. As I have discussed yesterday that I have left two topics. So those two topics will be considered in our unit 2 today. The first topic of our today's discussion is typing accuracy. And the second topic which we are going to discuss is typing rhythm. So what is the definition of typing accuracy? What are the different methods or the procedures by means of which we can find out the accuracy of words in percentage, characters in percentage and keywords in percentage. All those things we will discuss in this session. So here typing accuracy is defined as the percentage of correct entries out of the total entries typed. Whatever the entries that we have typed, what is the exact percentage of correct entries? What is the exact percentage of correct entries out of the total entries that we have made into our typing? So whatever the data we have inserted by means of keyboard, what are the percentage of correct entries in those data? That thing will be taken into account by means of the term which is also called as typing accuracy. So the percentage of correct entries out of the total entries type is simply considered as typing accuracy. Now here three formulas which we are going to learn in order to calculate the accuracy in our typing. So whenever the accuracy has to be calculated in words, we need to use the formula like this: accuracy in words in percent. 100%, from 100% we will subtract those words, total number of words which contains errors, and these words will be multiplied with 100, and the whole, that is 100 minus words with errors into 100%, the whole will be divided from the total number of words that we have inserted by means of our keyboard. Okay, so this is accuracy of words in percent. How it can be obtained? 100 minus words with errors into 100 divided by the total number of words that we have inserted. The second one is accuracy in characters in percent. Whenever there is a need for finding the accuracy of characters in percent while insertion, then here we will do the same thing, that is 100. From 100 we will subtract the characters which consist of errors. Those characters will be multiplied with 100, and then the total will be subtracted from 100, followed by the division of all of them from the total number of characters inserted, not words, it is characters. Okay, total number of characters that has been inserted. So these are the two methods of calculation of typing accuracy in case of words and characters. Now let us come to keystrokes. Simply the formula will remain the same. I am simply changing the name only. That's it. Here in place of words it will be keystrokes. Keystrokes in percent, 100% minus keystrokes with errors into 100%. Keystrokes with errors into 100%, and then total number of keystrokes. Okay, so this is the overall concept of typing accuracy which I have learned in our yesterday's discussion. Now, apart from this topic, one more topic has been left out, that is typing rhythm. We will be discussing here in this discussion. So, typing rhythm, what does it depicts or what does it explains? It simply indicates that the keystrokes which we are using while inserting the characters in our typing should be coming at equal intervals. Means the time duration between two keystrokes. Suppose Here I have inserted using a keystroke, second keystroke, third keystroke. Like this I am continuing. Now the time duration between this keystroke should be equal. Okay, so that means what? Each and every keystroke, the stroke which we are providing to the key by means of our muscle memory, should be coming at equal intervals. Okay, so this task when we achieve, that is typing, while inserting the data in typing, the keystrokes which we provide, if they are coming at equal intervals, then this is also known as typing rhythm or rhythm of typing. Okay, so we should always maintain that in between two keystrokes, the time interval should not differ. The time interval, suppose first keystroke, in between first and second keystroke, I have maintained a time duration of say 2 seconds. Then in between second and third also, it should be 2 seconds. Similarly, third and fourth should be also 2 seconds. If it differs from 2 seconds, say it becomes 3 seconds or 1 second, then it will not be considered as typing rhythm. Okay, so whenever we are inserting characters while performing the typing operation, we should always maintain that our keystroke should be coming at equal intervals, and this can also be depicted by another name. This can also be illustrated by another name, which is called typing rhythm. Now, in order to maintain and control constant typing speed, in order to have a constant typing speed and keystrokes at regular interval, regular and equal interval, we need to use certain indicators which are also known as slowdown indicator. That means what? In order to maintain a rhythm in our typing, we need to use certain kinds of indicators which are also considered as slowdown indicators. So the first point is, what is typing rhythm? Typing rhythm simply denotes in between two keystrokes, each and every keystroke should be coming at equal intervals. Suppose we should be maintaining a constant time duration in between two keystrokes. Whenever we insert data into using our keyboard, we should always maintain a constant time interval in which these keystrokes are being provided. Okay, so this is what typing rhythm, and here we need to remember, in order to maintain a constant and controlled typing, we need to have certain slowdown indicators. Now, what are these slowdown indicators? How we can calculate the slowdown indicators? We will discuss some of the identities by means of which we can find out the slowdown indicators. We can calculate the slowdown indicators. So, one of the important factor that should be taken into account while maintaining typing rhythm is calculation of slowdown. Slowdown in timing. Slowdown calculation in typing. Now, slowdown can be calculated in case of words, characters as well as keystrokes. So, these are the general identities by means of which we can find out what is the slowdown in between a series of words that has been typed, in between a series of characters that has been inserted, in between series of keystrokes. So, whenever words are there, if the question came up like find the slowdown in words, then in between set of words, then you can utilize this formula, that is words with delays, means those words which we have inserted containing delays in between them. We need to write those numbers, that total number of words with delays into 100% followed by the total number of words. Out of total words, how many words are with delay? We need to write first, followed by multiplied by 100, and then the whole has to be divided from the total number of words. Fine. Now the second one is how to calculate the slowdown while inserting characters. So in percentage, slowdown in characters will be the characters that has been inserted with delays. First of all, we need to take all those characters into account, multiply them with 100% and divide the whole with the total number of characters that has been inserted. And the third one is slowdown in keystroke. How we can find out the slowdown in keystrokes? So in order to find out the slowdown in keystrokes, we need to first mention the keystrokes which comes with delays. Simply list all those keystrokes which are there with delays, multiply them with 100, and finally divide them with the total number of keystrokes that you have used, that you have utilized while inserting the data into any of the applications. So these are the three different ways by means of which we can calculate slowdown in typing, and this is basically essential in case of finding typing rhythm. Okay, so typing rhythm means we should maintain the same time duration in between two keystrokes. That is, constant time duration should be maintained. Whenever we are maintaining constant time duration in between two keystrokes, while inserting any characters, while inserting any words, while inserting any keystrokes, then that will be considered as typing rhythm, and it can be calculated by calculating slowdown in typing. And these are the three identities by means of which we can calculate the slowdown in our typing skills. So with this, our second unit is also over. Now, yesterday we have discussed some of the typing history, that is regarding history of Barbara Blackburn, and then one more personality was there who achieved the highest typing speed, that is so yesterday we have discussed the typing history, and while discussing the typing history we have mentioned two names which deserve utmost importance, which deserve mentioning their name, and they are of utmost importance. The first one was Stella Paginas, who achieved a feat of 216 words per minute, in an alphanumeric keyboard, and her name is still recorded in the Guinness Book of World Record. And the second person was Barbara Blackburn, who achieved a feat of 212 words per minute in Baroque simplified keyboard. And both these names are of utmost importance when we consider the data entry and keyboarding skills. With this, I would like to conclude today's discussion, and this is the end of our unit 2. Thank you. I will provide the notes of the same as well.